Hello everyone, welcome to the Take Orders how-to guide videos. Today I'm going to take you through product modifiers and variants. Now we touched briefly on this in the video where I showed you how to add products within your categories. So I'm just going to go over a couple of bits that I did during that video and then cover modifiers. Now previously I think we added pizza as an example and we had modifiers that were already within the system. I created an 8-inch pizza as a variant and a 12-inch pizza as a variant, and then I had extra toppings, which was my modifier on both of those, but then I had the extra modifier of a stuffed crust which only displayed on the 12-inch pizza. Now these were already built into the system. It was done by our onboarding team when the venue signed up. So I'm just going to take you through if you want to add your own modifiers. So if we go to our menus, now you can do this again via your products and modifiers, but I want to just take you through the way that our menu maker works. I think it's a lot easier to do it this way. So for example, we're going to go and create some snacks. Now, there's many ways of adding a product to our system, and some people might want to add, for example, we've got crisps here. Now they've added a product for the cheddar and chives, they've added a product for smoky barbecue, and then the red pepper. Now that's 3 different products. Now, depending on what it is, you can actually just add one product and then use your modifiers for the user then to be able to select, or for you to be able to drill down in your point of sale. So we're going to add a product at the moment, and we're going to call it, I don't know, we're going to call it Pringles, for example. Packet of Pringles. Now, we won't add an image here or a larger image, but we are going to create a variant, and the variant is simply going to be Pringles, and it's going to be, oh, how much Pringles nowadays? Let's say £2. We're not going to add an age restriction, we're not going to add a cost price, we're just going to call it Pringles. So that's quite a simple item. We've got a name. Think of a product as like a group, and then your variant here is your item. There is only one size of Pringles. Now if we did a smaller tub, then we may have those, but we're not going to do that now. I'm just going to show you how to do flavours as an example. Then we've got this. So I'm just going to save this product as it is now, and I'm going to jump over to modifiers, and I'm going to go and create a new modifier. Now let's go into this down the bottom here, and we're going to call it Pringle Flavors. Now the name that you see here is the name that you have in the list of your modifiers. The display name is what the customer will see, or what will be shown in the point of sale. So for example, we may want to say select flavor, and then we've got our minimum selection and our maximum selection of our items. Now when they select a flavor, we do want them to select a flavour, so we're going to put a minimum selection of 1, which means that you can't just bypass it. It's not optional, it is a required thing. And the maximum selection of flavours, depending on how many flavours we're going to do, but at the moment I'm just going to put in 10 to give you an example of what happens. Your default display, so on mobile ordering, this is if it's collapsed or it's expanded. Now this is entirely up to you, and depending on how many modifiers a product has will depend on if you want it to be expanded or not. Then we're going to add an item. So then I'm just going to do, I don't know, salt and vinegar. Oh, sorry. Salt and vinegar Pringles. And we're going to give it a price of £2. Then I'm going to create another item, and I'm going to call it original. Oh, £2. And then I'm going to create another item, and I'm going to call that BBQ flavour for £2. Okay, so we've now got a modifier where it's Pringle flavours, and we've got salt and vinegar, we've got original, and we've got barbecue. Now, we don't want to restrict these so they can only select one flavour, but we also want to make sure that they do select a flavour and they don't just order without selecting. So the minimum selection for salt and vinegar is 0. They don't have to select salt and vinegar. The minimum selection for original is 0, and the minimum selection for barbecue is 0. They don't have to select one of these. However, they do have to select one of these selections. So hopefully that makes sense. So this is sort of the overview, max and min, and then you've got them per item as well. And I'll explain in more detail in later videos when I do different variants and different products. Now the maximum selection, I can have as many as they want. I don't know, 50, and 50. We don't want to restrict them to. I've seen some systems where you can only select one bag of crisps or one flavour, but you can select as many as you like. So now we're saying, look, minimum of 1, so it's not an optional, maximum of 10 options, and then they can select any of these flavours, and that's it. So then we're going to submit that modifier, and that's done. I'm just going to jump over back to menus again, and I'm going to go to snacks, and I'm going to go to crisps, and I'm going to go to Pringles, and I'm going to look at my modifiers. So now I've got a modifier here, and I'm just going to look for my Pringles flavours, and then I've got my salt and vinegar, my Pringles, my original, and my barbecue. You submit that, and that will in real time make changes, and that'll go across your point of sale, and now the customer can choose their flavour, and I'll show this on mobile ordering in another video. Thank you very much.